Hey everybody, it's Leah Ruppel from Straight Up Coaching, and this is another episode of Mind Movies. And this is where shift happens. And today I want there to be a little bit of shift on whether or not you can set some boundaries or some limits on your work time. How much time do you put into work, and are you working more than you should be? Do you have enough me time? Do you find that work-life balance is tipped into the negative side? If you're feeling a little time starved and you're putting in more time than you feel is necessary, maybe you're feeling like you're being taken advantage of. Maybe it's not the boss that's requiring extra time of you, but maybe it's you that's the workaholic. You might be hiding from something else in your life that you just want to work to try to ignore it. Maybe you're just one of those overachievers who really wants to put in the time to get ahead. Although, I question, do you ever really get ahead? It kind of feels like the hamster wheel, right? We've all been on it. We go, 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 and there's always more to do. Like the inbox is like this all the time. If anybody has an empty inbox, please let me know. Put the comments below. For those of you that feel like maybe you're in a system and maybe you're working countless hours, and teachers are a really great example. I have lots of teacher clients, and what I hear 90% of the time is that they're taking work home and they're working on report cards and they're having to do all of this catch-up work in order to prepare themselves better for the next day. Now, I understand that the junior teachers have a lot of curriculum to learn. I have some clients, for example, that have just an increased class size, so the workload is much more than it used to be. And I always try to put into a strategy for them to help them close off or set limits. And how we do that is to decide that your life is important. Me time is important. What you invest in the rest of your life, I mean, we only get one life, and it's definitely not to be working 2/3 of it. And if you feel that you're being taken advantage of or that you're not getting paid for the time that you do, then you really need to stop and ask yourself, is it worth it? Now, we don't have time in this video to go through, job changes and new things to do and all of those things. They are options. However, all I wanted to do was give you an opportunity to get a perspective on what you're doing and how you're investing your time and looking at that balance in your life. Is there a reasonable and healthy balance between your work and the rest of your life? And if you don't feel like there's time, I think that's when a strategy needs to be employed. And of course, I'm going to throw that out there. Anybody that, really feels that they're struggling in this particular area, and you really want to know how to shut it off and how to stop working at a certain time. I mean, if you have a 9-to-5 job, and you can leave there right at 5 and go home and enjoy yourself, great. You are the minority. If some of you work extra so that you'd have less to do tomorrow, but then tomorrow is the same as today and so on and so forth, you really get to burnout. And that's when you'll find that you'll start to get sicker, you get run down, and you give up the things that matter most to you for the sake of work. And that's not what we're here for. And you've heard this before. We're never on our deathbed going, God, I wish I'd worked more, right? So setting limits is a really great one. And one of the strategies I use is to really just get up from your desk. If you're at a desk, decide it's closing time. I am done. This is going to be here tomorrow when I come back. And you close the door, you say goodbye, you say, I've done a great job. This is all I can do. It'll be there tomorrow, and you can just jump back in when it's a fresh day. But when you leave, when you're in the car, when you're heading home, you leave yourself open to life, to the rest of life, the rest of the things that need to get done for you, for your family, for the people around you. This is about me time, and this is about balance. So if you're not getting balance in your life, perhaps it's time for you to look at the amount of hours you're working. So set some limits. If you need some help with that, straightupcoaching@gmail.com. I'd be happy to help you out. Or we'll talk to you soon.